Hello friends, how's everybody doing? This is your friend Jeff. Okay, so I had to start over. The last video you've seen of this, I don't know. After that point, my night shift kind of conflicted with whatever, and the whole community just wouldn't go to work. So I had to delete all that, and I started a new campaign on the 1.5.8, and I'm keeping an eye on certain things. And hopefully, I won't have that same issue. So I don't really know. So apparently, when you load a save, and don't forget, like the save feature kind of sucks, because. And I don't know, like, if every time they update the game, if we're gonna have to start over, that's gonna really kind of suck. You know what I mean? But in any event, even when you load it, all the trees pop back up and stuff, and that's why you see a ton of trees right here and stuff. And we have a lot of stuff gonna be built, and I lost track of, what I'm doing. But I wanted to get back in the campaign to where basically I was. And you can see these initial rocks here are still here. You know what I mean? And I have this quarry and this quarry right here. And we have a woodcutter. We've got a hunter. And okay, so somebody suggested in the forum, just run from 6 to 1800. That's 12 hours, and that'll give them 12 hours off. And then if we make all the food places open at 6, close at or whatever, like it's opposite that. Let me go to a food place. I still get confused on it, but let me find a food place. Oh yeah, and see, this one defaulted. Okay, so whenever they come online, or if somebody dies and somebody goes in there, they default this. No, I think, okay, if everybody is off at 1800, right? Which is 6 o'clock in the evening, then we can go from 1800 to 600 in the morning, and that should give 12 hours for everybody to eat when everybody is off. And I assume this person eats when they're off, I guess, because workers don't eat during their shift. Unlike us today, like you have a lunch and you have a break before your lunch, and you have a break after your lunch, and then you have the end of your day work shift and stuff like that, like nowadays. But back then, I don't even know, back in the colonial days, what they actually really did. It's something that I don't think I've ever studied, but okay. So what I did to get to this point, so somebody needs new sleep. Well, we gotta like the tough thing about this, especially when you're loading from a save, and we have a ton of workers, we have a ton of people, and this gets very annoying. And so if you just look and see, like, every place should be from 600 to 1800. And that's how I got to this point, like, without having a night shift. And believe it or not, I had to fill up these things, because these are what supply the eating places. Your warehouse people, they are what is your workers force. And then these shelters, like, my goodness, they fill up so much that, all you can Yeah, see, and we have more and more people being born. I mean, this is getting out of hand. So, okay, so what you do is, I'm gonna have to place another shelter here, unfortunately. And then that would mean I could probably put, and then where is this gonna stop? Like, you know what I mean? Like, houses for the people to have children. So this would give me 15 children. And stuff like that. And, apparently they stay in the house until 17. And then once they're 18, they go into here. And just like it, they can wipe out. Like, okay, so apparently, like I read where someone said that the children eat in the houses up until 17 years old, and it's free, doesn't cost you anything. But the moment they become 18, they pop in here, and then they may go in here for work. And I got Barney when I'm only getting spammed by Barney. That, and watch when I click it. Like wait, okay, right here. See, it puts me into nowhere land, so I don't know where he is. Like, this is ridiculous. Okay, so I have to just hit escape and stuff. So I mean, yeah, this game does have issues that other games wouldn't have. But again, I mean, I'm not here to knock the dev. Like, I'm just here to play the game. And this game is going to get more and more complicated as it goes, because of the simple fact that it's going to have diplomacy. It's going to have missions that you have to do. You're going to have to eventually have a militia to protect your town and stuff like that. And so we're breaching, or we're getting near 200 people. And I figured I would show you this, because this is not the campaign that you see online. Like, I had to start this all over again, with the thought of doing the 158 along with a save of over the 158, and we'll see how this goes. Because if the people don't go to their job, right, they will all perish. And I'm not saying that they're going to do it right now, because I created a heck of a lot of stuff, like all this, and I'm not even telling the people to build this. Like, I'm just, so whenever this stuff comes online, we will have jobs, right? I mean, but again, and keep in mind that, and I even made a mistake up over here someplace, and I'll tell you, like, the one thing you should not create is a pig farm. Like, that's just a waste, because they don't reproduce. As a matter of fact, when I first started this video right here, right a few minutes before, I realized I won't be able to find it because this place is too big. But oh yeah, over here. Okay, so you see how I have these two farms right here, and then I have a farm here. I have a well over there. I wanted a chicken farm here, but as you can see, we have a pig farm. And again, what happens to the pig? Well, guess what? I saw the pig somewhere. I bought one pig because I realized I made a mistake. This is supposed to be a chicken farm. We'd have a ton of eggs. But anyways, the pig was somewhere over here walking around, and he's probably dead now. And the hunter didn't kill him. It's just, it's no point in even making one of these, and we can't delete it. Like, we can't scrap this, because this was clearly a mistake. But when you got a lot going on, now I'm starting to get spammed about sleep and stuff. And I think what that just means is that there might be people that don't have. Okay, so we have a shelter. We have a warehouse. Let's see how. Yeah, see now this is what's gonna happen now. I don't feel like I don't really like this feature, like of spamming me to death. Most of it is sleep. Most of it is sleep. And so what are you supposed to do when you get a bunch of people? You're supposed to just keep making, you know. Oh, okay. So let's go over here for a minute because this is starting to annoy me. But this here is a shelter, so I am gonna set that to max. So we'll have a shelter here. So we'll bring this shelter online, and then the next thing will be oh yeah, and I probably should have an eating place online, but let's see. Again, this is very annoying. And so maybe you need a certain ratio of shelters, maybe? But then you're gonna have to have eating places. And the other thing you gotta remember too is you gotta watch out for when certain buildings come online. Because again, it's gonna throw somebody out of the loop on the time frame of when they're supposed to be eating stuff and things of that nature. And so yeah, I mean so Barry is again wants some sleep. Now again, I don't know. I'm not gonna click on him, and I know we can do this. Whoops, we can do this right here. But to find him, you know, he should be yellow somewhere, or he should be something. And look, it won't even scroll. Like, okay. And you can see that we have a lot of people, like, I don't mind the messages of saying they're born. But if you have somebody that says they're bored, then that means that they don't have a job and stuff. And so yeah, I haven't figured out the best solution to not get spammed. But again, you can see this shelter over here is full, right? You can see that this is full. And, you know, and then every job is full. Yeah, so there's a chicken farm there. There's a farm here. There's an eating house. A sawmill. A hunter. And so yeah, so there's going to be a time where it just gets out of hand. And so like I said, we can discuss things like when we start out, like, right, the first few buildings that are mandatory you must have, and that you only start with 11 people. And within the first year, about 2 to 3 of them will die. And so that's why you have to have a house or two that will give you 10 children to replace the 10 or 11 people that started. If you have 3 houses, then that's 15 people. But you got to get it as soon as possible, because once they're all dead, you know, you'd have to play this for an hour just to try to get 5 people to replace the 4 people that survive the winter. And oh boy, yeah, it would take you forever. So this is why you have to have a good start when you start this. So we're at a 1624 in October, so we're headed towards a winter. And did these guys actually... Yeah, see now this... Okay, so this is... Yeah, so this is the initial problem. This just came online, and look at it. It's stock full of 18-year-olds. Like it is stock full. And so yeah, that is an issue. So then let's set this as priority. Let's say, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And what we'll do is we'll try to get this up, because this will put eligible workers into here, and then we'll have to get a food place up, because if this place is full, and then usually, and I mean this is probably, and we're getting spammed more food. Yeah. I mean, if you look up here, you'll see different things, right? Yeah, so now we've been building so much, we're getting low on planks. So yeah, and like I said, I don't like the idea of being spammed like this, but it is a part of the game. And yeah, and look at this right here, see? And this is the biggest problem. I wish this game could know what my standard is of, like, say 6 to 18. And do it, Yeah, just like this one is now 8 to 1600. What is going on here? I mean, because this somebody mentioned it, and I'm trying it, and it worked out good, but I don't like the idea that somehow these things keep getting changed, and it shouldn't be that way. See, I don't know if everybody dies in here and then more workers go in here and then they set the time to whatever time they went in and stuff. But because somebody's complaining of food, we're gonna set this as a priority, the food place. Because now we're getting spammed by some food, and then of course the sleep. Well, the sleep has got to be one of two things. One is one of the buildings are off on the time frame due to whatever reasons, and the other one would be something that I'm just guessing at and I don't know, but if there's more people that come into the workforce but they don't have a place to go, they're the ones that are gonna spam us and stuff. And so yeah, you can see that it's a little laggy too. And I mean because of the rain effect and stuff. You can see that, yeah, this is a big place, and it's kind of, and like I said, you know what I mean, it's not the computer, like it's not my computer. Okay, so don't think that my computer is making the lag. My friends. No. I mean, you just look at any game that I put up, you know what I mean? Like, you'll know that it ain't my computer that's doing this. It's this game. But, like I said, I did want to show it, and, you know, if I'm going to waste my time playing this, somebody might see it, so, you know, whatever. But I show you this just because you get to see it, and I'm trying to resolve these issues. And then the thing about the food places, if they can get online, which at 6 o'clock the work day starts. So we're gonna see if they will get this done. And then we'll have a food place at least over here, so I don't want to hear anybody crying for food if I have another food place. And the nice thing about it is that it comes fully stocked. And you're gonna need a lot of food places, you know. And you should be strategic about it. It's just that I'm thinking that there's got to be a way of doing this in such a way to where you're satisfied. And you can see it even when the music stops in this game. Yeah. See, this is not really gonna be playable. I mean, hey, I can probably load this. Go to my 4K computer, and I'm afraid to even run this on my 4K computer because, you know, that one is for other games that I play. But this has nothing to do with my internet. It has nothing to do with my computer. This is showing you that this game is and here's what I'm gonna say. Yeah, take away the weather effects, so that way your game will play much better. But yeah. And if you see up here, we got planks. Now, of course, I got a lot of money. And, you know, we could take 5 minutes to save the game and then reload it, and then all the trees would spawn back, and then we'd, you know, have a lot of trees and a lot of stuff. But I got 1,700, but we're low on planks. And so what we could do if we wanted to, you know, we could go over here and then we have to hold this down. And even this, like, is there a way of making this go faster? You know, you have to hold the mouse down in order to get this to go. But hey, when I first started playing this, I used to just click, 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 and you know that because you see that in the video. And then until I realized that I could just hold the mouse button down to at least do this. That's gonna cost like $800, so we'll do that. Okay, so we'll have some planks, but we're buying that from the ship. But apparently the food place came online, and again, we want this from. Even this is clunky to do this. Like, you know, I wish there would be a setting where you could say, I want all the work buildings to be these hours, and then all the eating places to be these hours, and that way when they come online, they would already be that way. But, you know, I got to this point, so okay, so if you do it this way, that somebody suggested, not me, but somebody else, make them all work 12 hours, and then on their off 12 hours, make sure that the eating places are open. And so if we have an eating place that's already, and look, it's and I didn't even put anybody in here, so somebody just popped in here, right? So I mean, and you can look at all the people that are in here eating right now. Like, this is outrageous that it just came online. And yeah, so we got a well. So then what is the next most important thing? Not a bakery, not a mill. Like, this warehouse is full. Yeah, you know, let's get the hunter going, because the hunter, that's 3 jobs. That's 3 jobs and stuff like that. And so yeah. So yeah, we can look at this, you know, like, this is not an optimized game at all. This is just to build up the town. And I still haven't, you know, found the ideal, because the ideal thing that you'd want is enough houses to have replacement workers, and then enough shelters, eating places, and other support and stuff that you need. But there's gotta be like not a breaking point, but it's gotta be a point where you could do it to where you're not gonna keep getting a zillion people spamming you because of something that's, you know, whatever. I mean, you know, like, did we make a mistake over here of putting too many houses, right? I mean, come on, really, I got a shelter right there. I have a shelter here. You know what I mean? Like, I have an eating place here. And matter of fact, look at this one, right? It's not being supported. But I want to, I'm trying to figure it out to where I have a point of where the people that I have, I can feed and stuff, and I want it to be able to just do this where it doesn't freak out like this. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, you're gonna have to expand. Just look like this. Like, we got a lot of, you know, farms right here, like a lot. But in wintertime, and they're still, you know, and that's a bug thing right there. They're still planting and doing stuff in the garden. I mean, come on, anyone who has a garden, and if you have 4 seasons, like, you know, you have to, you know, if you live in Florida or something, and you have, you know, you have 60 degrees in wintertime, I mean, you can have a garden year round, I guess. That's why they have citrus trees and things like that there. But you know, I'm just saying, I don't see anybody in their garden in December and January in a 4 season you know, place that you're living in. There's no way. So that's something that the dev has to fix too. I mean, this, you know what I mean? Just like when we reload this, all the, like, I would hate to, you know, just sit here and show you to save the game. It's gonna take like 5 minutes. That's dead time. So yeah, we're getting spammed and stuff, and like I said, I see an issue over here. Oh, but see, now it's getting that. But yeah, this right here, like the farms. Okay, so, you know, in wintertime, if you you know, if you had some crops out there like squash or pumpkins or something, you know, maybe you can go out there and still pick them, but you are sure as heck not going to put any seeds in the ground and plant new plants. Like, there is no way you would do that in wintertime. It would kill the seeds. I mean, you know, and so yeah. Yeah, so maybe I should just, you know, I don't know, save this and start a Ronik or a Bermuda playthrough. But if we're gonna have to start a new campaign every time they do an update to the game, I mean, then I don't care how perfect I could do this, it's not gonna work if it's corrupted in some way. But I'm just gonna tell you, like, even when you get to nearing 200 people, there's got to be a way of doing it to where you're not going to get constantly spammed. Because when this is really too big, you know, it's hard to decide where you went wrong. Yeah, so again, are we supposed to just make another shelter? Like, seriously, another shelter? Because I can't, how would I say this? Demolish these. Like, let's say you wanted to demolish these 4 houses because you just don't like being spammed and you want to cut down the population. You know what I mean? Like, that's all I'm saying. Like, I don't know. Like, I'm telling you, like, I'm at a point where if so wherever an eating place is, you know, you have to have a cellar fully manned in order to restock it. Yeah, and I even have this place over here, so let's... Yeah, I guess, well, I don't know. What do you think I should do? Folks, tell me. And then you can see all the dead people, like all their monuments. I mean, it's... Yeah, and look at over here. This 53 bread here. And we have an eating place, and it's out of bread. So I guess what we could do, and again, this is just like, we need a and there's something because of, I don't know if it's this person standing here or this earth is going down, so you can't set it here. Like you can see, I cannot do it. And I got lights there. I could abolish those at least. Maybe I could drop it right here. No? Nope. 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 So yeah, oh yeah, and then of course to here we can't anyway. So yeah, yeah. See, the ground is not level. I think that is the issue. Yeah, you know. Now, if I took out that light, maybe I could put it here, or maybe not. Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, well, we can put it right there, Dad. And then we could... But you know, okay, so the game is gonna spam us for wherever these are, but I don't like click on them because it puts me into some nowhere land, and it's disruptive and stuff. You know, yeah, if we only have like 11 people or 12 people or 15 people, we can click on this and generally find where they are and then reassign them, fire them and stuff like that. But when you get to a couple hundred people, this puts me out into nowhere land, as I've shown you already. So I mean, I ain't gonna, so that's what's gonna, you know, I'm not gonna do that obviously, because I don't want to find myself somewhere in the game where I don't see where I am and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll just fool it around. I mean, I guess if you want to play a builder game, you can probably play The Sims or something and have no problems at all. But it's just that this game has potential. Like, it's gonna be, you know what I mean? Like, if they keep at it, eventually this will be good. But maybe it'll take a year or something for them to do it. But I don't know. Like, and then there's all kinds of other games that I'll be playing. And there's a lot of games that I play that I don't put online, because these are ones that there's cooperative games that I do with my daughter and stuff like that, and things like that. And there's a game coming to Steam that we are gonna be playing a couple hours each week, doing some really fun stuff. And that will be on my 4K system. But anyways, yeah, I'm sorry that you guys won't see things like that. But that's cooperative gameplay. I don't do multiplayer. I do cooperative games with my daughter. So. But this here, as you can tell, this is an early access game. And I guess we can just try to see if is there gonna be a breaking point of. See, okay, so here's what I'm thinking, right? You might want just a limited amount of houses and no more. Because, like I said, each house has a potential of creating 5 new people, right? And so at some point, if you keep expanding and going with that, this problem is going to be multiplied. So I I'm thinking like, okay, so we're gonna have to figure out the ratio of the amount of houses you need for whatever population you want, because to me, the moment you have what I would say is too many houses, this is gonna get, okay, so like, try to think of it like this, right? If you don't have shelters for the 18-year-olds, like if you don't have enough shelters, like you're gonna have to have enough shelters and enough warehouses. But yeah, see, so that would be, yeah, so, you know, like maybe I should just, you know, say, I've come as far as I want to come in Plymouth. And like I said, Plymouth is supposed to, the reason I did Plymouth is because Plymouth is supposed to be the hardest difficulty. And Roanoke is medium. And then Bermuda, and you know, if I don't say it correctly, it's because it's a place I never went to, but Bermuda, that's supposed to be easy difficult because I don't think there's any winter, right? I mean, it'd be like living in sunny San Diego in California, or it'd be like living in you know, the South in Florida. I mean, like they don't have a winter, you know what I mean? Like it's, I mean, I went from, like, I can tell you from, and this was a long time ago, but I went from Boston and with like 3 feet of snow in January all the way to sunny San Diego. That's where I had boot camp and corps school, which is like a medical school in the Navy. But, you know, when I landed in San Diego, I will tell you that I came from a couple of feet in Logan Airport, Boston, and it was like 64 degrees in San Diego in January, and I was like, wow, this is fantastic, right? I mean, they wanted to send me to Great Lakes, Illinois, and hey, why would I want to go to Great Lakes when they have snow just like Boston? So when I joined, I said I wanted to go to San Diego, and that's where I went. But anyways, but that was a very, very long time ago. So yeah, so this is what I'm saying. Like I've got to 200 people, but I don't like this constant spamming, so I think we are gonna call it a day and stuff. I don't know if I will solve the problem of the spamming, but I'm thinking the answer is simply this. Figure out how many houses you want for the reproduction of children, because each house will produce 5 children, and if there are old parents and there's only like children apparently below 18, if the parents die, so do the children, and then the house will be open for another pair to go in. So you gotta think in terms of a lifespan of each house, but then it's gonna get filled again from the shelters and stuff like that. But I'm thinking that I don't want this constant spamming of stuff, and so yeah, maybe I'm just I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna try a different campaign and try to figure, like, let's say we only made 4 houses. That's 20 people. And then depending on how long it takes for the house to empty and stuff like that. But maybe if you don't want to get spammed, maybe that's the way to do it. So let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and save it right here. And while this saves, I'll sign out because it's gonna take a long time. Like what? I'll show you. Watch. Do you want to overwrite the save? Well, yeah, because I'm gonna need these for the other whatever. And there's no way of deleting that. So now we'll go ahead and say yes. And then when you see the mouse thing spinning, you know that that is an issue. And it's not and I can tell you it's not the computer. Okay? Like, yeah, if I had a real junky computer and I run a really decent AAA game and you see some lag, that's my computer, because a AAA game would be optimized. And that means even people don't have to have super systems, like, and stuff like that. And so yeah, you can see this going on. Like, it hasn't even saved yet. So I'm gonna go ahead and sign off, and then, you know, whatever. So no matter where you are in the world, I hope you're having a great day, a great afternoon, or a great evening. You know, please take care of yourselves. Be kind to others. God bless to you and your own religion. Keep all religions equal. This is your friend Jeff, signing out. Adios, amigos. And adios, the lovely amigas. And as you can see, the game is still saving, which is totally ridiculous. But again, like I said, it's early access, and, you know, these guys have a lot of work to do. But anyways, no matter where you are, take it easy. Adios, amigos, and adios, the lovely amigas. Bye-bye.